All right, what's going on, guys? This one's just going to be a simple replacing your map light bulbs and or base in pretty much any Honda. They're all relatively the same. The screws might be different colors, or it might be bolts instead of screws, but for the most part it's all the same. So we're going to start with popping the two covers off here. Very simple. You can, if you look at them very closely, you can kind of see a notch here. It really doesn't matter how close you are. I just recommend you pop it off from the front and then pull it down, wiggle it, comes off. You shouldn't break them. I have seen people break them, but I'm not sure if that's ever user error or just the material gets brittle. So you will need a flathead. On some, it'll be a Phillips head, depending on if they're screws or bolts. And if they are bolts, you'll need a 8mm. So this one needs an 8mm on the rear two. The front two, I can use a Phillips head on, but they're also 8mm, so I'll go ahead and grab that. All right, so I got my 8. Power tools work best, of course. Just be careful not to break or scratch anything or lose your hardware. So the rear two are black, the front two are silver. Now I want to show you something important because you may run into this issue. So when you pull this down, it'll come down from the back first and then slide towards the mirror. On some models, you can see right there and right there, those are fitted, there's no gaps around them. But on some, they're black and plastic and they actually slide. So you may have an issue finding the bolt hole when you're going back up with it because that moved. So keep that in mind. We're gonna go ahead and unplug this connector and that connector. Pretty easy. There's just a locking tab on both. Push it in and pull. Push it in and pull. Wiggle it, and it's out. Now to take the base out, which is this section here all the way around. If you look on the back, there's 4 tabs, one there, one there, one there, and one there. You'll push in on them and push up. Comes out very easy. You shouldn't break any tabs or break anything during this process. All right, it's out. Now you'll want to take your switch out here. There's a tab here, here, and here, and here. You'll push those in, and usually I'll pry on it. I'll pry on this while I'm pushing the tabs. All right, you see it's separated there. Come to this side, push in. All right, that is out. Got my new one here. It's the part number. I went ahead and took my bulbs out because these do not come with the new bulbs. You're gonna start with popping this back in. Make sure your connector is over the hole like that. And simply just same here. Just drop it in there and push. Make sure it clicks all the way around. Go ahead and plug it back in. Starting with the gray connector. Make sure it clicks. Also check and make sure your wires aren't coming out and you don't have any corrosion in there, because sometimes you can get leaks in the headliner and it'll cause corrosion on the connectors. So go ahead and slide this back up into the headliner. Like that. And I am using power tools, but I'm gonna start all of these bolts by hand. Like I said, if you have the style with the black screw, I guess, inserts, they can sometimes slide. So I recommend using a flashlight and making sure that they line up pretty good. You can usually move them with the screwdriver while this assembly is in, so it doesn't make it too difficult. And now I'll put the bulbs back in and make sure that everything's working. The reason you have to wait until it's back in to put the bulbs in is because this bolt actually grounds the assembly, so they're not going to light up without that being bolted down. So if I open the door, all right, so I think this bulb is bad, but power it on, it works. Power it on, it doesn't, because it needs a bulb. So I'm not putting that cover on, but I mean, you'll put your covers back on, make sure everything's still working, and that's the video. I'm gonna go get another bulb, put that one in, and that's it. Repair should be good. Hope you enjoyed, hope it helped you out, and you fixed your car. Catch you guys later.